Hey everyone, we're back with more Golden Sun. We have Asane in chat. Hello Asane! Do you think these games have the most nostalgia for you? That Zelda Ocarina of Time and Mario 64? I think it's down to Mario 64 from watching some of it and hearing the songs all the time. Yeah, I played a lot of Mario 64 as a kid. Oh, I see you there. I wonder if he wants to get hit with a fireball. He hates it. Oh. Well, fuck you too then. Yeah, that's that, guys. I want to get into a fight with something. No? Okay. Life in these highlands is a constant battle with nature. You can't win either. The best you can hope for is an uneasy truce with nature. You can't wait 25 seconds? No! You're actually trying to go to Morgul, you say? Good luck. The Karen Highlands are surrounded by cliffs and ice. Wait, how did you get here? My fishing rod broke and I can't see all these fish. And I can see all these fish waiting to be caught. I wish I had a good trusty Aha! I fucking knew there'd be a reason to find this thing. Hey, that looks pretty sturdy. Can I try it out? Thanks, this should work great. Fish, here I come. If nothing else, we made this man happy today. Guys, join Asane for a boss fight. Welcome, Asane. How's your day going? Do we have a Discord or a schedule? We do have a Discord. That's not a fish. It's a nice catch, but I don't think we can eat it. Do you want it? I do. It's got to be updated. We don't play WoW on Saturday anymore. And community night is not a thing. And DQX needs to be updated. That's mostly right, though, for Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Monday to Wednesday, Friday. Yeah, true. This spirit carries the refreshing feeling of morning dew and is met near the Tepe ruins. Dewdrops cleanses the party of toxins and the like. Oh, that's actually really good. There we go. Yeah, it's still fun for the most part. Unless people really want to change it again, I'm not going to worry too much about it. But yeah, my schedule is mostly accurate there. The only difference is community night is now FFD&D, Borderlands, or Dying Light, or just backlog game. Saturday is often just backlog game right now, but usually I play Star Wars with Silly on Saturdays now, and then on Sunday we play Guild Wars 2. That's our new community thing where we play Guild Wars 2 together. But if you want on the Discord, just jump in and I will grant you permissions later after stream. Fuck your snow, dude. Water of life. Oh. I thought there'd be more fights here. I also have the week off today, so I will probably... Oh shit, what are you doing? Why are you here? Why does this lady keep spying on me? Anyway, I have the week off this week, so I will probably spend a little more time streaming today. If not this, then something else later. How'd you get over here? Alright, I'm going the other way. If she's over here, this is the way the game wants me to go. Okay, I'd laugh if she was also over here. Oh, she was. Look at that. She's following me. Okay. Sure. Yeah, saying I'm almost done with the Eric Thonios video. Just got a little more work to put into that. I might finish that quickly after stream and then do something else. Yeah, I'm not too worried about that, but I'm trying some new stuff with the Eric Thonios video as well. Vampire Bat, okay. Alright guys, we're gonna summon Thor, because we've never summoned Thor on this. I've never summoned Thor or Boreas. Alright, Vampire Bat, you get to feel the wrath of Thor. Why is he flying on Mjolnir? Mjolnir. What? The actual fuck is going on? Cause it hurts. That's why he has a vibrator. And yes, the Saint does have 2 extra jobs, but he loves it. No, the summons are pretty decent, actually. They do enough damage that it makes it worth using them. Generally, though, in some fights, managing the stats is good. Alright. I'm just trying to show everyone what all the summons look like. We've summoned most of them in the game so far. Sword of Dusk. See, this, like I was saying earlier, guys. Like looking around for treasure in this is not a bad thing ever because they're fucking. So many of them are so good. Wait, she can equip the Mystery Blade? Well, she. I'll let her have the Mystery Blade. It's fine. It's fine. Games like Golden Sun, Wild Diamonds is kind of close. It has puzzly nature outside of combat, and in combat, it has some summoning. That's true. Wild Diamonds is a good one. I recently played through the first Wild Diamonds on stream. Really enjoyed that. That was a good experience. Alright, you enjoy going down there. I'm gonna go down here. See you later, bitch. Oh. Well then. She's got one of those grappling hooks. I do like the control you have of the your synergy in this one too, compared to the first two. Yeah, but, how long is Wild Arms? 50 hours, give or take? It can be pretty long. Statue is enormous! Yeah, check out how big its nose is. It has a clown nose. Yes, and it's also too big to move, so we've hit a dead end. It is not just a statue, it is also a door, if you have the right key. You are surprised that I am behind you after you chased and cornered me? Do not feel hurt. I was not actually running from you, though it may have seemed that way. Was our mysterious shadowy figure really just this young girl? She must have something going for her. She wanders through here by herself. The people of Morgul have a refined intuition. We sense and avoid danger easily. Wait, did she hear us talking from all the way over there? Surely not. Something is definitely out of place. My senses may be more tuned than yours. Huh? What do you mean? Are you referring to our eyes and ears or something else? Attuned in what way? Besides sight and sound, we also have smell, taste, and touch. Are you talking about a different sense? The people of Morgul are more attuned to the world of their senses than those of other lands. I apologize. In your culture, it is customary to introduce oneself. I'm Sveta of the Beastmen. This Beastman adept has enhanced senses and can read others' minds and render sense visible. Alright, fuckbag, let's fight. Okay. Whoa, she's a kitty dog! Do not mistake me for a dumb animal. Our minds are alike, and I know why when I am being insulted. But you aren't an enemy, right? I am now. I do not intend to you harm, no. But I sense that the more cautious among you have their doubts. Have you been reading our minds? Don't you have any sense of privacy? My father has the mind read synergy, but he's always found it to be a bit of a double-edged sword. Yes, my father's gift was much stronger and he was hated for it. He came to hate others as well. You didn't inherit your father's power, but you aren't disappointed, are you? It's a relief, isn't it? Hey, even with problems, I think it could be handy to have a mind reader around. Sveta is a person, not a tool that you can just use. Don't talk about her like that, Tyrell. It is alright. I might speak similarly if I were you, facing what faces you. If I were you, I would also wonder why I showed myself in the ruins. Is that what you wonder now? Nope. Let me screw it up if I screw it up. I have an instinct that my destiny is about to change and that you are involved. So you just followed us because your instincts told you to? Well, there was another reason. I knew it. She's a spy or something. Yes, Tyrell. This is where she just volunteers that she's a spy. The other reason was your smell. I found a bag under that rock wall. It seemed valuable, but there was also a sense of sorrow. I believe the owner is unhappy. And what does this bag have to do with us? You smelled the same as the bag at first, but I lost the scent once I started following you. So you were following us to return to the bag? Wait, weren't those people looking for a bag back in... Wait, where was that? That's right, Tyria Village. You're always so good about stuff like that. I said nothing. I can feel the owner of these things cares very much for them, so I wanted to return them. Well, why don't you go back to Tyria Village and give it back to her then? Yes, it would be best if we didn't double back, but since we have errands of our own. Alas, I cannot go to Tyria Village looking as I do. They would attack a beastman on sight. Really? Why? Tyria was founded by people of Sana who were chased out of Morgul by our king, Volchek. This leader of beastmen is the King of Morgul. He was crowned after leading the successful uprising in San Colonus. Why are kings in this game such horrible? When he came to power, Volchek freed us from the Sun and rule and much bad blood remains on both sides. Mogul is a beastman country, so they would naturally assume I am from there. Cesare, this bag seems really important. I say we bring it back to Tyria. You are very kind, Karis, for wanting to deliver the bag for me. Well, thank you, but I'm not the leader here. We need to see how the others feel about it. I understand. You might not want to be involved with the dispute happening in Tyria. But if you deliver the bag, I can go with you to Morgul and be your guide in that country. How does that sound? That's a tempting offer. Having a guide would certainly help. I'd love to see the Northern Lands with someone who knows the country. What do you think, Mr. Leader? Well, sounds like we're taking you up on your offer, Sveta. Thank you. I look forward to traveling with you all. Good luck. We'll meet here after you delivered that bag. That Sveta cuts an intriguing figure, eh? I just think she'll be an asset to the group with the mind reading thing, I mean. She only offered her services as a guide. Let us not assume too much yet. Let's just go return the bag, and we'll meet Sveta and head north. Another party member, huh? You see someone to follow you around, ask you questions, and always tell me you're right when you don't answer. Yes, don't tell me when the next point of next return is. However, I am a huge fan of The World Ends With You and its sequel. So, I definitely highly recommend playing that game if you get the chance. The World Ends With You Neo, The World Ends With You was my favorite game of the year last year. I thoroughly enjoyed that. Don't let Square's lack of marketing that series ruin it. It was a phenomenal series all the way through. Controls can be a bit odd in the first game, especially, but yeah, honestly, the Switch version works just fine. The DS version is another version that people really enjoy of the first game. I don't think there's anything more we can do. What about Hoju's bag? We can't give up on it. We haven't given up, but we don't know where to look next. I know, it probably fell down to the bottom of the cliff. I could just go and get it now. No, don't! It is dangerous to go alone. Wait until there is an escort available. We can't wait that long. Please, let me go. We won't let you go. Hang on a sec. Audio just jumped up for some reason. There we go. Yeah, that's very strange. You must see that is not an option. No. Hojo's bag is too important. Don't you see that I have to help Hojo? Please? We're busy right now. Sasori used an elegant bag. Wait, that's Hojo's... How? How? There's no doubt about it. This is Hojo's bag. Why have you done this? We could tell you the whole story, but it would take all day. That won't be necessary. Sasori, I thank you from the bottom of my old heart. What does jump do? It lets your slime on screen jump. So... in your case, right now, you're a metal slime. Who's the character in my emotes? You mean... Like that? That's Miro. She's my, one of my avatars. You've done more good in this deed than you know. It was nothing. No, it most certainly was not, and our debt will be repaid. Great. I guess we'll see you guys later then. You are Sasori, right? I'm Ryoko. The bag belongs to my sister, Hozier, and I packed it for her. She went to Belinsk, the capital Morgul. That was a secret. Young one, you are speaking out of turn. Sasori and his friends deserve to know the truth. Hozier was arrested and is now imprisoned in Belinsk, but she hasn't done anything. Anyway, the bag you returned contains some of her things. I hope to get them to her. The Morgul people still resent all Senans for our occupation of their lands. We only barely escaped. My sister wasn't as fortunate. I went back to Belin's castle to free her, but that place... I wonder if we haven't been thinking about this in the wrong way. What are you pondering? I think I know. Not now. I owe you thanks. Perhaps we shall see you again. Well, fuck all that. I'm out of here. Anyway. Sorry. The lady character in my emotes is Miro. She is my female character that I use when I play games as a female character, and when I'm a male character, I have Sasori. Like old FF games? Yeah. I really like these. I have a lot of fun going back and experiencing the games that people suggest for me. For example, this is what we got coming up, by the way. Hey, Pie Manding's got a boss fight going, guys. Join him for a boss fight. Next up is going to be Yakuza 0, then we got Grandia, and then we got Spider-Man, friend or foe. Lots of good stuff. Thank you for keeping your promise. I have not played it, so I'm excited to see it. How did you... Wait, of course, you already know. Looks like you kept your promise, too. I have come to meet you, but you haven't yet seen if I keep the promise to guide you. You will keep that promise, though, right? Of course. Did she just slap that thing's nose? That's ridiculous. I love it. Oh, she really is an adept! I don't think I've seen that synergy before. What is it called? It's called Slap Synergy. It's so stupid. This wind-based synergy conjures a blast of air with unusual properties. It's good for knocking things around or waking up sleeping people. Yeah, I got Grandia 1 on Steam. Given that and my other powers, do you think I will be a worthy addition to your group? Looks like we're all happy to have you, Savetta. Why do you want to go to Morgul, Savetta? I have business there. I need to catch up to someone. But I will not let my goals interfere with yours. I accept Sasori's leadership. I hope you'll tell us more someday, but that will have to wait. Let's go. Alright. Real question, does she have healing spells? Because if she does, we can swap her with, Oh, okay, she does. I like Karis, but we'll swap her for her for now. And actually, Karis. She can't equip it. She uses brass knuckles? The fuck? What's better synergy around this? Alright, this will be interesting. What is it about old RPGs that give them a great feeling? I don't know, I get that feeling when I play most games. Very rarely do I find a game that I dislike. I've said it before and I can say it again. The main game I dislike is probably... a Wyvern. Dot Hack, the first 4 games, I didn't really care for those. Why is this a train? A tank. Oh, fuck you, Mountain. I guess. That did less damage than I thought it was going to do. Oh, well, that Boreas is dead, though. Yeah, I just needed to make sure that she got some heals. Pixel Art makes you feel comfortable. This is more polygonal. Yeah, but this is like Dragon Quest IX. I wasn't able to get into Witcher 3 because the combat felt so much worse than Dark Souls 3, which you played right before. Really? Witcher 3's combat looks so smooth, though. Yeah, I can find things that I like about most. Dot Hack, the first 4 games are they just feel horrible. And the story is, okay, the overarching story is interesting, but... What the hell is this? A warrior's home. Oh, she's a dried lizard. What? No, I don't want your Sword of Dusk. Shit. Here, have a her. Damn it. Okay, so it'd be better for her. Okay, she actually would benefit more from that. You find it super hard to finish JRPGs? I usually don't. You can't do DS games? Intentional frustration isn't your thing? You got like halfway through one, but just got bored? Sorry, which one are you talking about? Same? Oh, Dark Souls 1, yeah. Oh, Dark Souls, not DS. Gotcha. I like the idea of them, but no, I very rarely do I find a game that I don't care for. Hey, Sasori 23. Very rarely do I find a game that I just don't care for at all. Slap. That's good. Yeah, most people do get frustrated with them though, right? But I'm Mark. I see. There are more exits here than I remember. Ah, footprints. Ah, she's gonna use her smell ability. Monsters obviously travel through here. If we follow the scent, it should lead to the correct exit. I don't care about the correct exit. If you use my track synergy, you'll be able to detect this scent. This synergy heightens the user's sense of smell, making it possible to detect faint odors and track them back to their source. Why is that man farting? But I want to go by that pillar. Rude. Alright, well, we'll figure that out later. Yeah, definitely good for good patience with the gameplay. The only Dark Souls game that I've ever played is actually Demon Souls. Technical difficulties. You guys did not defeat him. Yeah. Steel Swarm. Terra Strike. Fuck you, Dreadhound. Alright. I didn't want to move anyway, it's fine. Wait. Blaze Fire, I haven't used that yet. Dude, you have so many spells, what the fuck? Rude. Amity reached level 19, yay! And you got an oil drop from that. Yeah, jump lets your slime avatar on screen jump. There's a star that sometimes goes across the screen and you can win points to buy, that you use to buy hats or little weapons for your slime. Which we gotta get new stuff made for slimes. A mithril circuit. Alright. You actually cannot equip it, huh? Alright. Wraith can. Honestly, I'm gonna give that to her. Wait, never mind. These guys can't equip it, so... There we go. Well, Game Rover was also metal slime. But yeah, your slime avatar is a metal slime. Hi, Mandy, with the sub! Guys, can we get some slimes in the chat for Prime Ending? Spam those slimes to celebrate! We got so many slimes for you. Gary has bad timing. All the slimes. Alright, you also get a bad bean. Alright, our bean today is, once again, rotten egg or buttered popcorn. Can we please be buttered popcorn? That'd be great. That'd be fucking amazing. Oh my god, it is buttered popcorn. For fucking once. Omega Theory! Welcome. Enjoy your slimes Prime Ending, because now you got a little slime icon by your name, too. As you can tell, I'm a huge Dragon Quest fan. Oh, that only heals them. Okay, interesting. Oh, heals everyone. Okay. My bad. Alright.